Hey everyone, welcome to the bridge call tonight. What are we now? November 29th. This is the last bridge
29th.
call for November. So welcome everyone.
Wow.
Welcome Danny. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to be here. Good to see a good crowd here today. Hope
Yes.
everyone's warm where they are.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
because it's
I
starting.
was walking home last night and it was so cold. I think my neck just was like seizing up and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of here.
Did
Gotta
you buy
wear
your
like,
ticket for Costa Rica yet?
not yet, but I always looking at the flights. But my girl there that rented that apartment, she's going back December 19th. But then I forgot that I'm cat sitting. I went, oh my God. I can't take off if I want to.
Oh,
Things I agree to.
okay. How long do you have to watch the cat?
Like into January. And I was like, oh my
Really?
God. What was I thinking?
Okay.
Yeah. So we got other fortunates heading south. So, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody experiencing the energies? Yeah,
Any comments?
a few days ago it was a little intense. I woke up
I
with
was very tired.
massive pressure.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Sunday, I believe it was. I'm like, okay, Sunday, I'm gonna go to the office. I'm gonna be there live, blah, blah, blah. It's like slow it down.
Didn't work for you, eh?
So it didn't work. I went online. I'm like, okay. And then a few days before that, I had my inner child screaming for daddy. I was like,
Really?
Daddy, I need help. And sure enough, daddy came in and gave me a big hug,
Wow.
said, it's all going to be okay. It's all an illusion. Hang in there.
Good. Wow.
Okay. And I did. I just calmed right down. I was like, what? So you got to ask for help. Gotta ask.
Yes, we do. I agree.
So, yeah, so this is going to be our last bridge call for the month of November. Apparently, we've got some fun energies coming into December. I just did a quick update on what kind of energy is coming in. According to Saint Germain, the energies are time is speeding up.
Again.
That's true.
So, if you haven't already felt it,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
time is speeding up. So they're saying it's accelerating and it's a good time to start detaching from your whole conversation around time. I don't have enough time, you know, it's not, you know, what are all the conversations about time? I'm going to be late. Oh, it's never going to come in. All the things that you say regarding a time. Got to let go of all that. And then you get to play with it, right? This is a time where it's a good time to play with how you relate to time. So if you're always late or procrastinating or, you know, trying to get there on time, you're going to continually feel late and pressured. So if you let go of the attachment around it, you're going to slow it down and give yourself more time. And for some odd reason, you'll arrive on time. So that's what they're saying. It's a big deal about time. So it's a good time to let go of all attachments, all the stories that you've got going on, all the conversations that you have. Procrastinators, it's time to get moving, basically. So and how to get going. Well, as a procrastinator, be in creativity mode. Look at what it is that you can create. So as you're moving your intentions, your energies towards the future and what it is you want to create, that will start propelling, getting you moving into towards whatever it is you're doing, and not have you be so stagnant and stopped.
Right.
And also, procrastination is all, there's a lot of conversations around, oh, well, how am I ever going to get there? Or when's this going to happen? Or like, all the things that you say that has you procrastinate.
Mhm.
An easier way to let go of all that too is to be in the moment, to let go of all those conversations and just be in the present moment. All right, so you can play with time. You can slow it down, you can speed it up. It all depends on the attachments. We have one person who's trying to join, but she's constantly asking me to join. It's like, just get in already.
Send her in.
So,
Just
all right. So it's also going to accelerate the emotions. Okay, so if your emotions
Lucy,
are
I
coming,
think some of us are having trouble getting in. I'm on my phone. I can't get on my, just type, they can't get in either.
so
Really?
I'm on my cell phone.
you couldn't get on your
Oh.
computer?
Nope.
wow.
See, Helen's trying
Well,
to get in
Helen
on her
sent
phone
a
right now.
message. She's having problems too.
I know, and I keep admitting,
I'm on the phone at least, you know?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You're coming in nice and clear.
At least on the phone.
Yeah.
As I
Go,
was
girl.
saying about all the emotions accelerating,
Yes.
that's going to run fast is emotions. So there could be more,
Yeah.
there could be heightened emotions, and if so, allow them to come in. Okay. Now where's my
So-
Helen? She still didn't get in.
Wow.
So basically it's a time to observe how your emotions are running. Are you reacting? Are you quick to judge, quick to react? Observe yourself. Okay. And also observing yourself as an inner child. So the inner child, because these emotions, these judgments, these intense emotions are all coming from the past. A lot of them are coming from the past. I mean, there could be things happening in your present time. Okay. I think she's on now.
Yeah, she said she couldn't get back on though.
I
She's
think
back
she's
on?
in now. I think
Okay.
she's in now.
Oh, there
Connecting.
she is. There she is.
We lost her
Well,
now.
Oh, there we
We
go.
have a picture of her, but it might not be that she's in yet. Usually that comes up first. Anyway, let's wait.
There we go. Okay. So work with your inner child in the month of December, because the emotions and the, got to have it figured out, and you just got to relax with the time period and the intense emotions. Okay. So it's allowing the inner child, being with the inner child, creating safe space for the inner child, having a communication and a dialogue and conversations and a relationship with inner child. Like, that's probably why I was screaming daddy the other day. And people, and then there's those ones that avoid emotions. So avoidance of emotions can create a lot of anxiety, like what ifs and what ifs and what ifs, and oh, I can't say this, I can't say that. That's another aspect of us where we could be in duality. We could be like all emotional, and then another side of us like completely avoiding. Because the moon, I believe, was a Gemini moon. So it was a split personality. Okay. So if you're one to avoid emotions, allow them to come up. Talk about it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking about it. There's something, if you're going to go on and on and on about it and not have the intention of having a solution or a resolution, yeah, now you're looping. So then you just observe your looping and see where you can get off, or reach out to somebody who can help you get off the looping. And another thing that's going to be happening is if you're still giving your power away, if you're still being in the throes of trauma, you might want to look at that also. So it's about being more within her child. Maybe you want to be by yourself a little more often and see what you can create. What kind of connection? What's your higher self saying? So the whole object of December is also bringing fears back to love. So December is about letting go. It's all, we've never stopped letting go, but it's about letting go. And if time is going to be speeding up, it might trigger you.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like it's like, oh my God, I don't have enough time, or it's like there's only a little bit of time left, or it could be all kinds of stuff that will create panic and anxiety. It's an illusion, okay? It's just one of those things that are being dismantled.
Very much so.
And are you somebody that's still seeking on the outside of you? So that you might want to take a look at that too. Seeking love, attention.
Outside yourself.
Because it's all within. It's all within. We didn't get this far on this planet and this time, in this lifetime, in this timeline, to doubt the fact that we are all very powerful beings and we're all warriors here, and we all come with a lot of abilities and gifts. And
very much.
When we step into our light and when we're in our heart center, anything is possible. Okay. So
we're very powerful beings.
We're
stepping into that era where we will open up our gifts, our strengths, and our connection, right? We're coming there. Very important time.
There's a lot of talk too on a lot of things that are crashing. And how there's new superpowers coming in to straighten out a lot of things. There's apparently a lot of baddies that were underneath, hidden in small little tunnels and underneath a lot of stuff were taken out. So that's what a few people are saying now. I don't know. I've never checked into it. But I don't know. For me, when my victim person wants to come in and going, oh, Lucie, you don't have a car, it's so cold, what are you doing here, blah blah blah, I just say to myself, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out, and then remind myself, you are a powerful being. You're a powerful being. Okay, it's okay to feel your emotions, but when you're running the whole victim story and oh, woe's me, pour me a drink. You know that one? You just gotta let it go, let it go. It's
break the old cycles, right?
Yeah. All right. So we got to start thinking about, where are we going? What are we creating? What's our intentions for 2024? Okay. So another thing they're wanting me to talk about is the holidays. The holidays can be big trigger for a lot of people.
For some people, it is.
Too much hustle and bustling. Too many, you're going to be seeing people that you don't even like. You don't want to be with them. And it's like, oh, you got to come over, do the whole party thing. Listen, you've got to discern. You've got to go within and see is this a good place for you to be at this time? Right? Maybe not. Or if you do go, maybe only go, or if you only go for an hour.
Exactly.
All right, so that's a lot of stuff going on there, because depression is higher around Christmas time. Yes. Suicides are higher around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So God knows what's going to be happening,
this year. Right.
This year. And also, I was talking to a friend of mine, and who's very powerful, very in tune with herself. She was given the ultimatum to either step up and start doing what she came here to do, or check out.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were talking about that the other day because she was saying, Lucy, like, why are so many people like in our close circle that are,
Yeah.
you know, of the light and do a lot of healing and stuff? Why are they all checking out? And she goes, do you think that they're checking out because they're having a hard time with the ascension, or are they checking out because they'll do better work on the other side? Like I said, well, I believe it's a little bit of both, but like say,
Yeah.
for instance, we've had a couple of friends that have checked out who were in a lot of pain, you know, and
Yeah.
if they just let go of their body, then they can do better
Function.
work,
Yeah.
because the pain in their body was so distracting. But we're great energy healers, right? So in a
Mhm.
case like that, because as I was driving the other day, I was driving up north the other day and the emotions were coming out, and I called on my friend that had passed away and who did energy healing when he was here.
Mhm.
And he just passed away, God, like not long ago, maybe 6-7 months ago.
Wow.
He came right in. So I'm like, Scott, like, where are you? I need your help. And boom, right there. I was like, oh, geez. So it was so good. I'm like, oh my God. I was happy to see him. And it's
Nice.
like, that's how far away or how close they are.
Right there.
So, so the homework or the mindfulness homework is, what are you intending for the new year? What would you
Mhm.
like to create and bring in for 2024? You don't have to know, but be allowing and open to have it come in. Maybe you're going to, you know, meet some people that will spark, activate,
Mhm.
trigger. Or maybe you're going to be in a time warp where there's going to be a lot of letting go. A lot of releasing. And you know, you don't have to do that alone, but alone time is good too, right? To just be with it and release it.
Mhm.
All right, so I was talking to this woman at our luncheon there yesterday. She's like, I don't know how old she is. She's got to be all of like 30 years old, and she's just kicking butt. Okay, she's like blowing the charts, like she's way above the
Mhm.
charts. And it's like, I walked out, I'm like, what the heck? How the heck are you doing this? She goes, what's so crazy is I have a whole whack full of people that I can't even get to. Like they're calling me and calling me. And I said, wow, what a great problem. I said, how did you create this?
Yeah.
She says, you know what I did? I got on with some coaches. She took
Mhm.
on 2 coaching programs and she got coached. And one of the big things that they said to her to do was to get a glass jar or a bowl and write your intentions down. How, you know, what weight would you like to be? What kind of health would you like to have? How much money do you want coming in? Write your own paycheck and do this on a monthly basis and put it in the jar. You want a new relationship, put it in the jar. You want to move to another country, put it in the jar. Okay. And start creating the intention. But the intention without attachments.
Right. Very good.
So that's what she did. I said, really? She goes, yeah.
That's it.
She goes, this month I'm going to make $30,000. So I would write a check. I will make $30,000 a month of blah, blah, blah. She put it in the jar and she would make $30,000.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, I'm in. So if we all have a glass jar, glass bowl, glass something,
Yeah.
I think it's got to be glass. I think that's the trick.
Oh, is it? How about crystal?
Crystal, I think you need
Yeah.
to be able to see through it. You don't have nothing to lose, okay? Only to
Right.
gain. So make sure you put in there what it is you'd like to create. And not like,
Exactly. Tell
oh,
the
I don't
universe
want,
what you want.
yeah, and it's not about, I don't want this anymore. I don't like, you know,
No.
I want to get rid of that. No, that's
That's
not
negative.
creating. That's not creating. That's like fly on paper, sticking to you, following you around like a bad smell, wondering where this thing's coming from. So you have to create what it is you want. What do you want in the future? Okay. So there's health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality,
Mhm.
all these areas of your life. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? What's going on? That's my spew. That's my rant.
Good one.
Speak or forever hold your peace. No. No, I want to hear from you. What's going on? What are you feeling? Where's your intentions
With all
going?
these energies. Yeah, let's hear
what's-
from some of you.
So I'm on a roll. You
Good.
bail, but I started a new course, a quantum hypnotic healing technique with
Oh,
Julie.
QHHT.
I did that, started it on Saturday, and I'm already in the 7th section of it, flying through it because it's most of the stuff I know, right? And I came up with a couple of things. So for those of you that are having anxiety and depression, believe it or not, that's anger internalized.
Mm,
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I tied into emotions, but I didn't realize it was anger.
well,
The other one that I found fascinating was fibromyalgia is not liking yourself, not loving yourself. This is all tied into all that healing stuff, you know, certificates, right? So this is just an adjunct to what I'm doing, and I'm so pumped. I think my computer's having a energy.
We missed that. We missed what you said. What'd you say? Your computer's having a what?
Having problems with my energy.
Trying to keep up.
yeah.
It does
There
that.
you go.
Well, I was on the phone and I kept trying, and finally I went in the bedroom, and then I was able to.
Oh, good.
So one of the things that I wanted to share, I was watching I disconnected cable when John passed away, and I'm doing a lot of listening to a lot of speakers and psychics and everything. And one of the things I came across was Greg Braden talking about how to intentionally connect to source. And I think it was Greg, it was one of them anyway. And what they said was, every time you walk in the bathroom, look in the mirror and high five yourself, because that's saying, I'm totally connected to higher source. I'm fine. I'm connected to higher source. Yourself in the mirror every time. And I found it works.
That's a good
So
idea.
try
Good.
it, everyone. You don't have to say anything. Just smile at yourself and high five yourself in the mirror. I'm
Wow.
finding a lot of stuff that's tied into it now. Fascinating.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Love it.
Food for
Mhm.
thought. Try it. See if it works for you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Mhm.
very good.
So we'd like to experience some quantum hypnotic.
You will, as soon as I've got it down, dear. I'm certified as a hypnotherapist, but I left it a long time ago. Started doing a lot of past lives. Maybe one night we can do a past life on here. And I found that the regular hypnosis just didn't do it for me. So I went off and I do a lot of past lives, and I help people to understand how drama in your life, it can be tied into the past. So where did it start? So this taking you back and exploring exactly where it started. And it's a lot of what I do, so it's just an adjunct to it all already.
Right.
But I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be. It's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll have to
Excitement
do
is
that
good.
for our shows.
Yeah. So I'm on track. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah.
You're busy, girl.
We're all on
Yeah.
track. It just depends what we're needing to experience at the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Well, I was stuck for about 8 years, so I'm on a roll again.
Yay.
Yeah. So I hope everybody's doing something that helps them to emotionally feel better.
Yes.
And I do a lot of affirmations with the subconscious. What you want to do is you want to work with your heart, right? Because it's the heart, the ganglia and the heart that all the rest of the body, right?
Mhm.
Everybody knows that, I hope.
Mhm.
Well, you better have, because that's what this show is all about, staying heart-centered.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Beautiful.
no problem.
Mhm.
Thank you for letting me share.
Anyone
Glad you
else?
have
Danny,
connection.
what's been going on with you?
Um,
Have you been doing any portal work or clearing?
yes. I get messages from time to time. Sometimes it's through somebody who says something and it just triggers something that, okay, I needed to hear that. And about a week ago, I contemplate. And when I contemplate, lots comes to me. And the message from Spirit was, we need to close all these nasty portals on the planet. So for those that might not know this, I can do portal work. So what's been happening, these nasty ones, or the little buggers, I call them, the demons, are still coming in on the planet. So I'm seeing it on a couple of people, and I thought all these portals were closed, but obviously not. So these are into the lower realms, like lower 3D and even 2D, where these demons are coming in and messing with us. Okay. So last week I did a full-blown shamanic ceremony to close all those portals to the lower realms, all of them, on all timelines, on all planes of existence. I brought in all the creator gods. Jeshua was there, and we just shut them all down permanently. So we can't get these demonics from other realms, from other dimensions that are really interfering with us, with our evolution. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. You're just not
That was
another
very
pretty face
interesting.
on our show.
True.
No, that's excellent.
Good
So
one.
what have you been feeling about it? Are you feeling confident, positive?
Yeah, the energy, I'm actually excited. I have been for some time. I just feel the impetus, the energies on the planet are rising, right? And we know more and more people are awakening, which is what we need, right? Because we're
Mhm.
raising the entire consciousness of the planet, right? We need more people to be on that level to push us up, right? Some people call it critical mass. It might be that certain percentage of people who are connecting to source and awakening that are pushing the rest of us, the rest of those that aren't there yet, forward, right? So I'm really excited about the energies on the planet. There's so much information that when I go on the internet, I'm so guided to see this video, that video, and the energies that are coming on the planet now are amazing. So there's a lot of people that are doing pyramid work. We were talking a little bit about this, Lucie, about there's a whole number of people converging on the Giza pyramids to do some work.
Mhm.
Now they didn't really say what kind of work, but obviously some energy work. I'm getting there's activation involved here because we know pyramids are energy centers, they're conductors, they're transmitters, they're a whole bunch of different things, right? And so I feel that the vibrations on the planet are high enough that we can bring these things forward that are dormant on the planet. Right? This is what I feel and I see. The fact that, closing portals just pushes us forward even more because we need to stop that negative energy from holding us back. It's like an anchor. I feel it's like an anchor. So once we close these portals and close down these negative entities, I'm really big on what's going off planet. So a lot of the information I get is that all greys, all reptilians are off planet. They have been for a while. So we're gaining control of our planet again, right? On all levels, whether it's government or banking, whatever levels, plus the energies on the planet that are coming through are supporting us. So
Mhm.
this is all, to me, it's all about energy, right? It's all about vibration, frequency. They're all rising, they're all supporting us, they're all pushing us up to the next level, right? For high, fourth D, and all of it. So for me, I'm excited about all these new energies coming in and the movement that's happening. And there's a lot of great information about the finances on the planet going to be improving very soon. For those that understand what Nasara and Jasara is, and the global currency reset, all of this stuff that we need to know, because, you know, for a while, our planet will still be running on money. It'll be a while before we pass that stage where money is no longer in our consciousness. So for the interim, we got to get the money where it's needed. We got to eliminate poverty. And there's so many people suffering out there financially. It's just ridiculous. So that's part of this also that I'm excited about. Is there anything else I'm excited about? Lots happening. Lots happening.
You know, and then for those of you that are like, oh, I don't get this whole out galaxy, like, you know, all that stuff. If you bring it down, like from way up there, and just keep bring it down to, you know, how does that, you know, how do I identify with that, or what's that got to do with me?
Mhm.
The big job when you want to create, you know, awesome stuff in the galaxy, which is, you know, planet Earth is actually the hub of all eyes are on Earth right now.
They are.
A lot of universes are looking at Earth because of our DNA. We have a lot of different alien races within our DNA. And eventually, so if we have the Pleiadians and the Arcturians and the Sirians and all them guys, and a whole whack full of other ones that, you know, we don't even know about. But what's happening is these things are coming online and they're starting to activate in us.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the Pleiadians are like, they'll want to know about all the other races that we have within us. And then the Arcturians are going to want to know about all the other races that we have within us, right? So it's not only going to be one set of teaching from us,
Right.
we'll be multi-dimensional. And that's why they always say that we are multi-dimensional. We're not only one person
Yeah.
in this timeline, we're in many timelines on many dimensions. Okay,
We
so
are.
if you ever need anything, call on your higher self in a higher dimension. Like when I was writing the exams, I don't know math. I don't know math. It's like math is not my thing. So I'd be like calling my higher self, going, "Hello, I need the math girl. Like I need the math girl. Bring her in because I need help with the math." You know, and then it started kicking in. But your biggest job here on the planet is just be kind and loving to yourself. Okay, that's the big job. And then it just expands out there. Because if everybody's doing that on the planet, there's no
Wow.
nukes flying around, right? It's like everybody is getting along.
Yes.
But the reason why we are so important and why all eyes are on us is because we have all of it within, right? That's coming online. And then we will be the ones teaching all the other races, which is like, I know. And Ismail Perez, he also talks about the multiverses, which if you want to get your mind blown some more. But like say the Arcturians in another universe were the bad guys. In this universe, they're the good guys. You know, so it's all switched and there's many universes. Okay. So you can play in the big energies off planet galaxies or whatever, but when you bring it back down to you, it's about being kind and loving to yourself, and
Very important.
staying heart-centered. So yeah, play in the galaxies, but don't forget the job here. I got my first little
So I know because of the
jar.
work that I do that we're opening up extra strands of DNA. Many psychics and energy workers believe we're at least 4 to 5 strands of DNA fully activated now.
Mm. Yeah,
And I
that's
know
awesome.
that's true. So that alone is opening us up to our higher selves, to the abilities that we have, and to the knowledge that we have. So imagine when we're at 8 strands, 10 strands. Wow.
Party.
Wow. It's going to be a very interesting
Right.
time. Mm-hmm. Anybody have a comment on all this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Danny, it's very interesting that you're talking about the pyramid named Giza. So as we speak, there is a brilliant philanthropist by the name of Robert Edward Grant,
Yep.
who
Oh, yeah.
is at the Giza pyramid
Oh, they're there
in
now.
December, because he has discovered the certain frequency required in order to wake up others on this planet. He's a very cool person. So look up
Yep.
Robert Edward Grant.
I just saw him recently on video.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he's there.
he offered, I didn't go, I did speak to Adam Masters about going to Palm Springs, California, whereby Robert Edward Grant was a host, a speaker pertaining to ancient civilizations. So a lot
Yeah.
of truth has been hidden because from the Freemasons, Smithsonians, pertaining to the previous resets in life, whereby their humans were giants, like they were 10 feet tall, going back in time, where I don't even know if you call them humans, but they lived over 100 years old, and they are the ones who actually built the pyramids, which are all aligned to other galaxies out there.
Our systems, yeah.
Yeah, other systems. And there's celestial beings and terrestrial beings. And your DNA, people who didn't get the jab, apparently are ones who within their DNA are the ones who are closer to source. I could be wrong about that.
No, I would have
but
to agree with you.
I'm just putting it out there, and that's why
Yeah.
certain people did not get the jab, is because they are celestial beings. So I'll leave you with that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
No, I would agree with you.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard more
Very much
soul-based.
so.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
speaking-
like we were saying earlier, there's a bunch of people, very interesting people going to Giza. So I can only imagine what the kind of work they'll be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be very,
Yeah,
very
I think Robert was creating a crew. So Mateus De Stefano, Billy
Yeah.
Carson, and a lot of other brilliant minds are heading to Giza, are going to the pyramids, and they were doing it this week. So you're saying that they're there right now?
He said December, so like December is next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I heard last week he said he's creating the trip in a couple of weeks, and they were all, so it'll be really exciting what they find there.
hopefully they make a video on it to explain what they did. That would be
he
nice,
will.
because
They're bringing, it's a big crew, like he's got a big crew going to document.
it seems I've done a great deal of research on all these ancient sites on the planet, and to me, everything seems to point to Egypt. Seems to be
That's right.
like the center point, so to speak, or the highest energy centers, seems anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know, this whole bloody war in Israel is based on the Rothschilds who signed the Balfour Act, right? And they're looking at re relocating Jerusalem. Have you heard about that?
I have,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Robert Edward Grant talks about it. There's if you go through his previous YouTube videos, he invited someone who was like a messiah. I can't remember his name now, Maya or Mia or something like that,
Hmm.
who discusses about the location of the New Jerusalem. So yeah, you're right. I think everything is based from Egypt.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out more as time goes on. It makes me wonder, though, that all the other pyramids on the planet will, once Giza is, I'm going to use the word fully activated,
Yeah,
that maybe every single other pyramid on the planet will also be activated at the same time.
yeah, I
Now,
agree.
that's just me personally. That's what I feel. Does anybody have thoughts on that?
Yeah, that resonates with me. And I think that's what Robert Edward Grant is trying to do.
Yeah, so they're focusing on the most powerful place. Let's activate that or get it started or whatever name you want to
Yeah.
call it. And then the
Yeah.
rest of the pyramids will follow suit.
Yeah, exactly.
And can you imagine a planet full of fully activated pyramids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool, eh?
Whoa, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Well, it's
can
probably
imagine.
beyond our
Mhm.
capabilities of even understanding what that even means.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pyramids, even inside the earth, that we have no idea. It's
Right.
never been found. Yeah,
Yeah.
exciting times.
Extremely exciting times. Yeah, so hang on to our hats for December and January. Wow, be interesting. Be very, very interesting. So
So
I know that there's other energy workers on the planet. Some are called grid workers and whatnot that are doing
yeah.
work behind the scenes that we don't even know about. Um,
Lots of Palladians.
true. Walking the planet and
Yep.
above the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we see,
so
can we see the Palladians?
have we seen them?
Yeah, actually in answer to your question, yeah, but you don't know that they're Palladian. So I've read that for example, JFK Jr. You know how people say he's alive, but it's actually a Palladian walk-in. So I don't know if
Oh.
anybody else has heard that.
No, I haven't heard that one. That
Oh, I
makes
haven't heard that
perfect
one.
sense, though.
Yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
You know, everything is holographic too, right?
Yeah.
You know, and everything that we see is energy. And there's so many other planets out there with life, you know, chances are like and there's life on other planets. I mean, that's another video that I watched.
Mhm.
But we cannot connect with them because they don't look like humans. So you know, the videos I've watched is there's lots of Palladians helping us, and they're like walk-ins. They've JFK Jr. has his body has been taken over by a Palladian.
That's
But
interesting.
yeah, but these are just videos that I watch. I mean, how will you and I know for sure? We have no idea, right?
Well, I do know, and I've mentioned this before on one of the shows. You might not have been there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very close to the Arcturians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's one of my aspects.
Yeah.
And they told me this, was that 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. They said that all the different races that are working to help us, whether it's Andromedans, Syrians, Palladians, Arcturians, whatever. There's a group of them that work together as the Galactics. They've come to the planet as walk-ins in every industry on the planet,
Yeah,
from banking to stock market to governments to oil industry, everywhere. And they've become walk-ins in the high positions in those corporations and government, ready for and they said tens of thousands of walk-ins
yeah,
in
Hmm.
all industries, including religions,
Hmm.
waiting for, like secret agents behind enemy lines, waiting for the switch to flip. They're already in position,
yeah,
and they're going to instigate a brand new way of living on this planet. Brand new governance, new military, brand new banking. Everything will be changed. That'll actually serve us instead of enslave us. So, that was an amazing message that they sent me, that tens of thousands of them are walk-ins.
yeah. Actually, you know what? I do agree with that, Danny. Now, I had the opportunity of seeing Mark Atwood from Ireland. I don't know
Right.
if you know who Mark Atwood is, but
Yeah.
his posts are very interesting. And he posted that there's quite a few UFOs in Ireland as we speak. And I'm wondering why there's so much focus on Ireland with respect to Deb Smith and I saw a UFO when we were there the last week of April of this year. So why is there so many sightings in Ireland, I wonder?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, there's a lot of information coming out recently about the lost land of Atlantis, and many tend to believe that Ireland was actually part of Atlantis.
yeah,
That
you know what? That's what Mark Atwood says, but I don't think so. I think this, I think it's somewhere in Egypt. That makes sense. That
Same.
makes sense to me.
Mhm. So maybe, Ireland or Scotland area has very high energies, because look at all the amazing monoliths that are in that region, right?
Yeah, right.
Great Britain, obviously, and Stonehenge and all these other incredible energy sites are on
Yeah.
that island,
Yeah,
right? So maybe that's why they're having more UFO activity,
yeah,
right?
could be. Yeah,
So interesting. But if you really study it, it's worldwide. There's way more ships being seen today than there ever was.
well, why
Way
is it
more
people
ships.
don't post it though? Like in
Some
other
do.
countries or whatever, like it just seems, it seems to me like Ireland is the focus. Like why aren't it, but people are on Twitter or YouTube, have their own channels. But I just find that and
Mhm.
also I think Ontario is the utmost importance too in this whole um
I'm sorry, can you say that again? I didn't hear that.
Ontario, North
Oh, Ontario is huge.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely huge.
Ontario is huge too. And there's a lot of sightings in Ontario. Fancy that, right?
There is.
Right?
Lots.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
And
there's
I think the North Pole has shifted. I watched a video where they stated that the pole has shifted a bit.
the
Have you heard
magnetic
that?
north. Yep,
Yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah. And there's more people posting about the aurora borealis, which really seems to be intense. And people are seeing it from locations where you usually don't see it.
Yeah. Wow, that tells you that the poles are shifting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're going through so many changes on this planet on so many levels. It's hard to keep up to it all.
Yeah.
It's amazing what's going on the planet right now. Absolutely amazing.
Well, I
Mhm.
think a lot of reptilians have been taken out.
Yep.
And the Palladians seem to be playing a big role in this. I could be wrong
Very
about
much
that,
so.
but yeah, yeah. And then there is another really good video. If you go back to Robert Edward Grant with his guest, I think his name's Mia or something. He's a Messiah guy who also,
Okay.
which I find very fascinating. And remember when you and I spoke to Robbie up north about King
Mhm.
Arthur and how the cross was hijacked by the Romans and something about igniting Excalibur again. It's something along
Right.
that line. But you should watch that video, Danny. It's really good.
I am going to look for it.
Yeah.
This is on YouTube?
Yeah. Just go to Robert
YouTube?
Edward
Okay.
Grant YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
And this
looking for
guy
it.
he has on states that he is one of the Messiah or is Messiah. I can't remember. But it's kind of a lengthy video.
Probably speaking about Matthias de Stefano.
Yes, that's it. You've got it.
Is
Yeah.
that the video you sent
Excalibur,
me, Lucy?
in the Excalibur and the
He's a young
stone.
fella,
Yeah.
in his 30s, or
Yeah.
roughly
He
38.
came here remembering all his past lives.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he's there too up in Egypt with the gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Very interesting.
Cool.
I wonder if
Lots happening.
Aubrey would be up there. But
No, I don't know that name.
so yeah, lots of stuff going on, right? And it's like, hello, like you're wondering why you're like, forgetting stuff, feeling a little dizzy, a little tired. It's like, there's a lot of
Exactly.
stuff going on. Or you're talking to people and they're just like not even hearing you. Like, do you ever talk to somebody and they're just like not home? They're just like, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just go and talk to this other person. It's like there's a lot going on, or you completely forget, or your car takes you, like you drive for 30 minutes and you can't even remember the drive.
Well, that's because that's your past life.
It's your
Good.
past life.
Your past life. If you can't remember the dates or what happened in your past life, it's because you're ascending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're
so
moving
You're
up.
releasing, you're letting go. So
yeah,
if
and
that-
there's all that going on.
yeah.
Um,
We
But
had
the-
thousands
all
of
on our
lives.
plates.
Yeah. And
So-
procrastination is not being lazy. It's not anger within. Procrastination is a mechanism of coping from what has happened in people's past lives.
Mm,
It's not anger necessarily. It's sadness,
Very
it's problems with letting go. We all have that issue of letting go. And as you ascend, your spirit ascends, you have to let go. If you anchor yourself in 3Ds, you stay in 3D.
You know,
mhm.
that's
Yeah,
why not many
absolutely.
are going to make it. They're stuck in their old ways, stuck in the old pain and the old thought patterns. A
Yeah,
lot of people are not ready to ascend.
yeah.
But when you say
Yeah.
anchor, can you just give a little bit more information about what you mean by anchoring? Like stuck or anchoring,
Yeah.
mean, like
So-
just give a little bit more description of that. Like, I
Sure.
mean, they still have to kind of live in the world, like we're still kind of living here, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to something that happened to me in one of my sessions. I did a past life session on a woman. And for me, it's always very visual. So we know we've had many past lives. So that means we have many past life hurts, angers, what's the word I'm looking of?
Trauma.
Problems, okay? Multiple problems. And if you study Rohan, which is a past life modality, they say the average human has 12 to 15 past life issues that are affecting you in a negative way in this lifetime. That many. Okay.
Wow.
So as we're healing this lady and she's releasing that past life issue, I got this vision of balls of steel and a chain dragging on her foot. And I go, okay, what's this all about? And every one of these balls was a issue, past life issue that she carried with her. And as she released that one, that last ball disappeared. So there was one less. And I saw her walking, dragging this chain with balls on it of her issues through her lifetime. And I thought, what an analogy, right?
Mhm.
Almost like the movie the Christmas with Scrooge. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He forged that chain of he's dragging, right?
Yeah.
Similar. So it gave me a thought that all this baggage, if you want to call it, is holding us back. It's being an anchor. And it's
Okay.
stopping us from being our true, our angelic selves, our spiritual selves, because we can't drag that chain with us. We have to release it. And that's what all these healings are about. We need to release that thing because it's an anchor. It's holding us down in 3D.
Okay.
We really
So-
need to heal.
So every time that we have emotions come up and we sit and we face our emotions and we make effort and intention towards releasing them. Is
You
that what
can
we're,
release it. So, and sometimes in your sleep. So it actually happened to me one time. I had this wacky dream. It was something painful from my childhood, and it was just like a whoosh. It was the fact that it came up, I let it go.
okay,
And so we're all going to be doing this.
okay,
Like Lucie was saying, her inner child thing a few days
Right.
ago. So the energies on the planet are supporting us, right? And we're going to have some kooky days where, what am I thinking about that old memory when I was 6 years old and my dog got killed by
yeah,
it was so traumatic. Why am I thinking about that now? It's coming up and being released.
yeah, well,
Mhm.
that's what I'm experiencing too. And all of a sudden I'm finding myself, I'm just crying.
Yes.
I'm like, holy moly.
Oh, yeah.
That was
that's
fast and
okay.
sudden, and, you know,
And that's okay.
and we don't have to go through a whole pile of years and years of therapy to get rid of this. It'll just sort of go on its own as long
A
as we
lot
don't
of
have
it is coming out real fast, but there's people that will not let go of that pain. You know, they'll never forgive their father because he did all this to me. I'll never forgive him. I hate him. Sorry,
Right.
there's a humongous anchor there holding you down.
Right,
Until
right.
you let go of that anger and or hatred towards your father,
Okay,
right?
okay. Yeah, thank you.
It's all choice, right?
Yeah.
And it's a tough one for so many people. How could they possibly forgive someone that's harmed them so much? We have to forgive. We have to forgive.
Yeah, and
learn
you
the
can
lesson.
ask higher self in help in forgiving too, right? Because
Yes.
Right.
For
they
help.
want to work with you. They want to like help you. They're like, yay, she's finally talking to us. We got a
Yes.
job. You know, it's
It
really
is.
that they're so excited.
Okay, perfect. That's
So I see that, and many light workers feel the same as I do. Too many people are going to hold on to that anchor, and they're going to hold on to that anger and hatred, whatever. They're not going to be able to go to 5D.
Hmm.
And that's okay. They're just not ready yet. You might call them young souls or not much experienced souls. They'll have to play out a few more lifetimes, and that's fine. They're just like in school, where you and I, we've graduated grade 12. They're still in grade 4.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not a judgment call in any way. It's just where they're at, you know, on an evolutionary scale. So a lot of them aren't coming. They're just not ready yet.
Hmm.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
Can I say something, Danny,
Yes.
if you don't mind?
Mhm.
If a person has been traumatized, I follow child trafficking and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So if someone has been traumatized by their father who fucked them when they were a little girl or a little boy. You do
Right.
not have to forgive that person. That's not what it's about. It's about letting go of that trauma and start loving yourself and igniting the source of love. We all have love within us, within our DNA. And it's, I'm a good person. I love myself. And that whole trauma, I'm going to put it in that cupboard. I'm going to lock the door, and I'm not going to dwell on it, because that's what the anchor is when you start dwelling and thinking of it. And I could have killed my dad, for example, for doing that. You don't have to
Right.
forgive people like that, because that person could have very well been from the dark or a reptilian or whatever. So
Mhm.
I truly don't believe in forgiving like a dad who abused their child. That's their journey. It's not yours. Lock the door, carry on. You're a loving soul.
Put it behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well said.
it's absolutely right, because to forgive means that there's victims involved, and we're not victims. You know,
Right.
everything's been done by agreement. So who knows what you did in the other life with, you know, this character. Maybe you were the
That's true.
abuser, maybe you were. So like,
He was the
you know, it's
aggressor.
not about forgiving, it's about letting go.
Yes.
You know, and then being kind to yourself. And it's like, oh my God, I finally let it go. That only took like 50 years. It's like, and then that becomes more beatings, right? It's like, okay, but let that go too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's okay. It happens when it happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, and like I was saying earlier, it's just the more kind and love that you have for yourself, the more things just fall off, you know, where you're not so like protective or, okay, I got to make sure that doesn't happen to me again.
Well, we all have quote unquote child within, but
Mhm.
responsibility and accountability as a mature spirit is the utmost importance. So, you know, we all need some sort of release. If you don't release by doing a loving activity, taking your dog out for a walk, or having a damn good cry until you're exhausted from crying, if you don't do that, your body will say, oh, you're not going to do that? I'm going to give you breast cancer. I'm going to give
Yeah,
you kidney problems.
I'll
And
blow
there's
your
people
back
out
out.
there who can do excellent Reiki type work and extract wherever the pain is. Like the lady
Yeah,
across the road who Danny knows, Kathy, she still has cancer, and it's because she won't do the work. And when I say do the work, I mean be honest, be truthful, and say, yeah, you know what? I cause a lot of pain in my own family. And if people are not truthful, like I believe Jesus was a beautiful, he wasn't the only Messiah type person. There's been several before him. But you know, just be truthful and say, yeah, you know what? I could have been a better this or whatever. My dad did this to me or whatever, and just do their own work instead of being a fake facade person. They will hold that pain, whether it's in their kidneys or any other part of their body.
They will.
yep.
Unresolved issues will be
Yeah.
manifest as a disease,
Yes, exactly.
right? We were
So
talking
there you
about that
go.
earlier, weren't we, Alba?
Then it becomes a looping experience.
Yep. Yep.
So
So there's a big
beautiful.
lesson in us to
Yeah.
let this stuff go. Yeah,
And
thanks,
and it's your
Carolyn.
body telling you like, hello, we need attention here.
It's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
It is a wake-up call. They did a great big study I read about on cancer victims who almost died, like really serious cancer, but survived. And it was well over 50% of them said it was the best thing that ever happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
They learned great lessons from it. and healing from it. And that's what we have to take it, because things happen for us, not to us. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So
with
that-
that, does anybody else have anything they want to add?
Mhm.
Because we're gonna put a protection of light around us and all the light workers on the planet and everybody else that's looking to, you know, they got a hand up. It's like, help. And we'll be the hand you're reaching down to haul them up.
Yeah.
And you know what? In your day too, it's like some days I have to have my hand up. It's like, oh my God, help. So it works both ways, you know, the more you do it and the more you can receive and give. And it can happen
agree.
on an energetic level. It's not like you have to physically go out there and, I mean,
No,
if you enjoy
prayer
doing
is very
that, great.
powerful.
Yeah.
Prayer is very powerful. Mhm.
So, Danny, did you want to channel anything, or did you want to create the closing circle? How did you want to? Love putting Danny on the spot, eh?
I know you enjoy that, don't you?
Yeah.
We could do a channeling or a quick meditation. What would people like?
Oh, Tahir, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to ask Danny.
Sure.
This is a special. It's happened really in the last maybe 8 months or the last 2 years. It's almost over 3 to 4, 5 millions people from Sudan, from the old Kush kingdoms. All of them, they're going to Egypt. Is that really cool for them just to be there at this present, or just war circumstances?
You said they're immigrating to Egypt. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
From
This is
Sudan?
Yes.
It's not
Because
there's a war in Sudan? Or-
yeah, there is a war right up now. Yeah, because most of the Sudanese, he's the old builders of the pyramids.
Oh,
Right.
and they're in Sudan right now, the old.
Yeah, there is a war. That's why most of them they'll have to go back to Egypt. So it's almost about 4 million. Is that coincidence, or just
Interesting.
will happen to happen that way, or just
Oh, maybe they're
Such
coming
thing as
home.
coincidence.
Mm.
I think a lot of
Maybe
us
they're
are coming home.
coming
Yeah.
home. That's the first message I just got. They're coming home.
Mhm.
Wow, there's confirmation.
That's
Wow,
great.
isn't that interesting?
Well, it's like,
Oh.
you know, it's like a calling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's like the light, like it's really irresistible. It's the only thing that's going to live and survive. And it's sort of like this web that's surrounding the entire planet, right? And it's like it's like they're listening to, I don't know, I might be off, but it sounds like they're just listening to what spirit is leading them to.
Yeah,
So
I feel that very
it's the-
strongly.
right, and this whole
Yeah.
idea that, you know, it's love. Who knows
Mhm.
where and why, but
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I feel that is to hear a part of what's going on. They're coming home and they have work to do.
Right.
They've all had many past lives in the Egyptian area.
and they're answering their callings.
Yeah, there's going to be, I don't know, an energy, some kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a lot of people will be going home to their
Mhm.
home areas. You'll be drawn to take a trip to Greece or Africa or who knows where you had past lives and you're coming home to, you know, reunite,
Right.
right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
That makes sense. Wow. Yeah, very interesting times. Wow. Very interesting times.
So that's what they're saying to me, Danny, is that you're to do a closing meditation regarding coming home.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Meditation. Okay,
Just a like a closing circle meditation.
okay. Very good.
And maybe we can also center all our intentions, our thoughts and focus and attention on coming home to ourselves also, and to our higher selves.
Our higher selves.
So an independent coming home and a collective coming home.
Very good. Okay. Well, let's, if everyone's comfortable where they're sitting at this time, let's take 2 or 3 good cleansing deep breaths at this time. And as we breathe in, we're breathing in the light of this known universe. And we're breathing out all that does not serve us anymore. Filling in with that crystalline light to every cell of our being connected to source and all that is. We wish to bring in the higher realms at this time, the whole angelic realm of light, the whole archangel realm of light, Father, Mother, Creator, God, to surround us in a bubble of white light at this time, a bubble of protection, but also a bubble of enlightenment, a bubble of raising our vibration, of a connection to source and to those higher energies and the higher selves that we are at this time, that they wrap around us and surround us and support us in this meditation we have at this moment. We know that we are surrounded by many beautiful beings of light, that we are supported and we are guided at this time. We wish to speak to your higher selves at this time, to each and every one of us here, to your oversoul and your soul essence at this time, and the higher consciousness of your humanness here on this planet at this time. For it's time to come home. In other words, come home to your purity, come home to that essence that you are. For we have left that as being here in this physical form. We have left we were disconnected, so to speak, to our true selves, our true identities. And it's time for us in this physical form to come home as a collective, but also on an individual level, where we will feel the presence of the Creator living within us, as Creator has always been here with us. For we are part of the Creator, and the Creator is part of us. We are one and the same. That this coming home is this energy of connecting truly to Source, that this energy of coming home is this connecting to who we truly are in this universe, and what our place is here, and what is our contribution here to this universe and to others around us. As a collective, we wish to bring all these energies in together as coming home, as being part of the unity consciousness, as one. All 7 or 8 billion of us connected by an invisible thread of being one and the same. Connected by source energy, connected by love and the heart energy. And on a higher level, that we're all working together as one. Rising above this earthly plane at this time to move forward to the higher dimensions, to our higher selves and to our angelic selves at this time. We're moving forward as this collective coming home to Source, coming home to our true identity, truly who we are. This is the energy we are projecting at this time. This is the energy that we wish to promote at this time for everyone living on this planet and has a soul. To come home. To come home. And for those of us on an individual level, to concentrate on ourselves at this time, to wrap our arms around ourselves as we are beautiful, loving souls, and to move forward in our hearts, to open up our hearts, to let go of anything that's holding our heart back, to truly love and like ourselves is divine. And as we open up our hearts and open up ourselves and allowing source energy to flow through completely, for we have blocked it for many times, for many lifetimes, and we were harmed in this way. So it's time for us to come home to the heart energy, to the source of all that is, to reconnect with our higher selves completely, with our soul in this physical form at this time. And to know that we are part of the creation, we are part of this universe, and that we are very important to this universe as we serve a great purpose here. And as we hold the light and we hold the love of creation within us, we help others around us on this planet. We help raise the vibration of the planet. We assist every thing, whether they be a plant, an animal, or human on this planet, as we raise our vibration, as we become light, as we become pure love. For this is our true essence. This is our true nature. This is who we are. It's time to relish in this energy. I will leave you for 2 or 3 minutes at this time to relish in this wonderful energy. As we come back now, we can feel ourselves sitting in a chair. We can feel peace and calm and that source energy. I ask you to bring you back. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Oh, was that?
That's very good. Just feeling all myself coming into one.
My angelic self came and stood in front of me, and the energy was so incredible.
Hmm.
Brought a couple tears.
Hmm.
Anybody else? Everyone is awake or asleep.
Oh, well. And if you are passed out, continue sleeping.
Mhm.
We will say our goodnights and thank
We
you
will
so
say our
much for
goodnights.
coming on the call. Thank you, Danny, for that beautiful coming
You're
home
welcome.
meditation. And all of yous are very important to this call, bringing out the energy and
Oh,
your
you are
sharing.
so important.
So with that, we wish you a great November and we'll see you guys in December. Be
In
well.
December. Mhm.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh,
Excellent.
you're welcome. Really nice energies.
Yes.
All right.
Till next week.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, take
Take
care.
care.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Namaste.